What's good, YouTube? Raven7 here from Team What the Hell. And I don't know, it's been a long time since you've seen me on the Team What the Hell channel, but I'm back with a video of what I think Nationals is going to be like and what I think my Banlist predictions are going to be. I'm going to do 2 in 1 so I can just knock it out. First off, to anyone who's going or going to be participating in Nationals, good luck, have fun, and do your best. But let's go ahead and get this started. Now, I think we can all agree that we all know that National is going to be an event pretty much dominated by Dragon Ruler and Prophecy. Now, a few decks that I felt like have a good chance of still doing well or topping are Chain Strike, Madolche, or not Chain Strike, Chain Burn. It's a very good, very budget deck. Madolche, Tiramisu, such a problem to deal with. Heroes, Evil Swarm. I do feel like Mermails have a potential to top. $8 for the low. Alright. Fire Fist. I didn't say these. These are here for another reason. I'll tell you guys later. And then I feel like Frog Stun. That's where you just go Frog into Vanity's ruler thing. I do feel like these decks have potential to do well throughout the event, and if you hear from the top, don't be surprised. But I think we can all agree that it's going to be a pretty much Dragon. Okay, and GKs. I forgot about Gravekeepers. Gravekeepers as well. Gravekeepers might top as well because they have a really good matchup against Dragons and Prophecy. But let's just go ahead and get started into the Banlist video, I guess. Oh, one other thing I do want to say is this deck needs to top. I will be so happy if this deck tops. But like I said, if these deck top, don't be surprised. I feel like they have a lot of potential to make it to day 2 and potentially top, like I said. Anyway, here's my Banlist prediction, guys. Rejuve gets banned. Rejuve gets banned because we all know, like, dragons make their board, and you're just thinking, you're looking at your hand, you just be like, you know what, I may be able to come back from this. They go Infinite Rejuve, you're just like, fuck. So, Rejuve's an unfair card, and I feel like Gold Sark to 1 is going to be what happens. Just because, like, it's just too great. At least with Sacred Sword, it has to be on the field or in their hand, so they're not free to just be like, oh, banish this one from the deck that I don't have in hand, and then add the whatever, or do whatever with this one. So like if you make them play 3 sword instead of 3 Sark, then it slows them down because they have to play more play wisely. I would say not play more wiser because that's improper English. But I feel like if you make them play 3 Sacred Sword, it's nowhere near as hard because they're not plussing from the deck. They're trying to balance out their hand, and they have to slow down a little bit and consider their plays if they're using the sword instead. So I feel like 3 Rejuve and Sark to 1 would definitely make the deck a lot more what's the word? Fair. And for spellbooks, I say Judgment Day to 1 because I only feel like if they go off once, it's not bad because at least if you can still trudge through it, it's not going to be as hard. And then Spellbook Secrets to 2, personally, because you can search any card in the deck. It's generic, it's searchable itself, and it's just too good in my opinion. It's just like add whatever you need, dude. So I feel like Spellbook Secrets to 2, keep Master at 3, and Spellbook Judgment at 1, because it is recyclable with Priestess. I mean, if you want to play Priestess, banish or Fate, recycle it with Eternity. So, I mean, but at least that way they have to set up a little bit more. They can't just be like, oh, Judgment Abuse. Next turn, Judgment Abuse. They can't keep doing that. They have to, like I said, with Dragon Rulers, they have to make up their plays a little bit more wisely, think a few turns ahead of the game, and they have to, they really have to choose wisely when they activate this. And for the love of God, Konami, bring TG Striker back to 2. Like, I don't see why you think that TG Striker at 2 is broken, but we can have Spellbook Judgment Day. 2 Lone Fire Blossom. Now, this is I'm on the edge of because I mean, like they're already giving it a lot of support. Like plants are gonna get really good next format with the new card. So if this stays at 1, I could see it staying at 1. But I feel like 2 would bring plants back to really competitiveness. Like it's just good. But like I said, I don't know what Konami has planned later for plants. So if they keep it at 1, I would not be surprised as well. And then Earth back to 3. Agents haven't done anything since Simon He, who cheated. He heated. Haha, not funny. But I could see Earth back at 3 just because agents haven't been doing anything. They may keep it at 2, but I feel like 3 would be fine. Bring Sangan back. Like, you know how many of us cried when we lost Sangan? No, you don't, because you don't give a crap, do you, Konami? Um, it's it's still a force to be reckoned with in the game, but I feel like with the things that are coming out, Sangan can be back because, like, you look at Boojins that are coming out. Yeah, I think Ghost Tricks can use it. I'm remotely sure Ghost Tricks can use it. Um, but Dolce could probably use it if they really wanted to. But other than and plants and Zectors, but like I said, I don't know what Konami has planned for the future, but I don't feel like Senga was really needed off the ban list at all, especially like considering we'd had Prophecy and Dragons running rampant this format. I really hate this format. So Senga could come back. It's another one I'm kind of iffy on. I mean, it's still really good in a lot of decks. It's a toolbox card, um, but we'll see. I do think Senga could come back though. Okay, and then Dragoons to 2 and Megalo to 2. I feel like because they don't want to get rid of Dragons and Prophecy and then having the whole Mermail loop thing again. It's like, oh, run rampant, rawr, drowned. Um, and then Glow Up Bulb back to 1, just to give plants some more, give it a little bit more greatness. Because I like plants, so I can see it coming back to 1 because it's not. I didn't feel like it really deserved to get banned, honestly. But maybe I wasn't playing very competitive for very long, so maybe I missed something really with the Glow Up Bulb at 3, whenever it was at 3. And maybe it just got auto banned. I don't know. Royal Oppression. Now the reason I say this is because like a lot of the slower decks kind of need to be able to keep up. So I feel like Royal Oppression at 1 would keep the format in check to where you're not having like this again. Like we're not having to worry about he's gonna commit to the board, do a bunch of crap. I mean, it's MSTable, it's heavy, like they can discard with Blaster to pop it if dragons are still a factor at that point. But there's a lot of ways to get rid of traps and spells. So I feel like Royal Oppression at 1 would just slow the tempo of the game down, so now the slower paced decks can, they can pay their life points and just be like, okay, I can deal with it, I can deal with it, I can deal with it, and just, give them a lot more fair chance. Because if you're playing tunes against Mermail, good God, you're not gonna have a good time. So like, just imagine flipping Royal Oppression and just keep paying life points. I mean, they still have ways to normal summon, which is just great. It's fine. So I do feel like Royal Oppression could come back to 1, 2 Gale, or 2 Whirlwind. Not both. The people I hear this argument a lot is why is Factory still at 3 and why is Whirlwind at 1? It's because if you read the Blackwing's effect, it says if you control another Blackwing, just go ahead and special summon it from the hand. So like Factory, it's like, yeah, add to hand, but you're not going auto summon. So that's why I feel like Whirlwind's at 1 and Factory's at 3. Personally, it's because they can special summon themselves from the hand. So either one of these 2. Personally, I'd like to see Whirlwind at 2, but whatever. Bestiari back to 2 because Glads aren't doing anything, and pretty much all back row nowadays is chainable. So I could definitely see it coming back to 2 and Konami being fine with it. And then Mizuki to 2. If you're going to show zombies some love, give me back my Mizuki. Give me back my big horse with the axe because it's beautiful and it's amazing. Mizuki is by far one of my favorite zombie card ever. And, you know, Simon he's banned, so we know that for sure, so we don't even have to put that on the predictions. I do feel like Zen Mighty could come back to 1, though. Well, I know she's still doing the thing, but they're having to jump through more hoops to get it, I guess, is like, but I can still see it coming back to 1. It's not as bad. Like, you know, we have Magician at 1, and we have Zen Mighty at 1, and I feel like they'll still, you know, keep the deck viable, but it won't kill it. Like, it will, oh my bad. It'll keep the deck viable, but it won't be like, oh, top tier again. Because this thing dies by compulse, dies by bottomless. I mean, there's back row for a reason. And just personal opinion, Hornet and Dragonfly should come back to 2. Just saying. I feel like that'd be completely balanced in any way, shape, or form. That way we could keep our Ladybug at 2, keep 3 Centipede, 2 Hornet, 2 Dragonfly, get more spams, keep the Ladybugs for our tool block versatility, XYZs, and have fun. Obviously, I know it's not going to happen, but I can dream. Let me dream. Anyway, guys, that's my national / ban list prediction thingy. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys have anything to add to what I said, if you guys want to disagree or agree with anything I said, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, favorite, and subscribe the video if you would. That'd be so sweet and kind of you. And don't forget that I love all of your faces. I will see you later.